line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light shining bright. The only thing I have in mind is the finish line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up.
Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome back here to PTM Racing TV. We're now live here tonight as we prepare on for our showcase of the Spartan Logistics Management LLC iRacing IROC series for All-Stars race presented by R&R Racewear here tonight at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway as we get ready to go at it here tonight. Hi again, everyone. I am the Crusader Driver, and welcome back to the show as always as our field crew is ready to finish this one out and get some last-minute qualifying laps figured in and done tonight. Take a look at our sponsors here tonight. Again, a big shout-out to the Spartan Logistics Management LLC iRacing IROC Challenge Series presented by, of course, our good friends over at R&R Racewear. It can't be brought to you without help from Spartan Logistics Management LLC, R&R Racewear, by Loud Pedal Gaming, smashing the loud pedal for your viewing entertainment, by iRacers Lounge Podcast, we talk all things iRacing in a casual setting, and by Evidence-Based Bombing, combining science and wellness for thriving families. Evidence-Based Bombing is where Samantha Raffords helps moms and their kids thrive. And right now, currently, we're about to see everybody thrive out on this very historic, very entertaining track here and now. So let's get down to business. Let's not waste any more time. Let's start it up with our first starting order here tonight. Hunter Clark, the 51, will start him out on the pole. Mike Harper in the number 4. Row 2, it's Kyle Pengraff, the 14 is outside. Chris Waller, the number 5. Row 3 is going to be Cody Harger in the number 66 is outside. Neil Quick in the 2. Final starter Chris Medford in the 46. And again, if you didn't read the description and you're just now tuning in for the first time, this is the All-Stars race, so there are no gimmies around here. You worked your way into this one. You did not get any golden tickets. You did not get any golden chances. You had got to show you were the best in the season and show you were the fastest of fast and the toughest on the track. Qualifying was done with 2 laps here. You get a max field of 7 drivers per field, then 10 laps in these heats. Cautions are turned off here, and all positions, by the way, are inverted in. That is something to note very later on. Feature racing here will be 75 laps. They'll have the cautions on, and of course, as I mentioned, the positions will be inverted. In the race here tonight, heat race winners will get $10, where consolation race winner will get a $25 package, and then feature winner $50. In the sweet all 3 race, if you get all 3 of them, you get $100. Flags for first, second, and third in the feature race. They are on unlimited fast repairs and 100% fuel with unlimited tires. So what that means is basically that last part, well, let's just say if you wanted to set up a short run, you could basically just burn through them like nobody's business and not care about what the car is doing, or in this case the trucks. But you still want to try to take care of your equipment at least, because again, you got to deal with 7 of the best drivers in the heats, not to mention the A main event where all positions go in to that one. So you have a lot of work to do here. Stretch them out across the round, out of turn 3, down in turn 4. Our Tower of Doom being put to use. Let's get down to it. Here we go. First one of the night for R&R Racewear's All-Star Race. Here we are. Right out of the whole shot here, it looks like it'll be the number 51 of Hunter Clark with the advantage. Mike Harper in the 4, and Chris Wally going to battle it out on the top and the bottom. Harper up high side though, a little dip on the right side. Wally straight in the inside, shooting his line downfield, coming across the front stretch. Kyle Pengraff now making the advantage known, making it well worth his time here, making a good run off on the corners, looking to possibly take every driver for themselves here. There are no gimmies here in this one. Of course, there's only a couple laps you have to deal with in the heats, but that doesn't mean anything. Jess Whitmer saying, hey buddy, in the chat here, good to have you on board, sir. Good to hear from you as well. Down on the back straightaway here, still Pengraff and Medford trying not to be the odd man out. They don't want to be at the very bottom end because they don't want to start up front. Hunter Clark looking to pretty much seize opportunity and seize a strike on this one here. Chris Medford though at a turn 4. Goes for the tail whip spin. No caution there, obviously. They will not throw it out. You get back on the track and just race it out. Tough little break there for him, unfortunately. I'll set him back a few spots. Pengraff up on the outside line. Number 66 Harger trying to hold him down. Harger looking for a run there on the inside corner strip here. Pengraff trying to defend him down, trying to stabilize this one off from the run into the zone. There is not a lot of breathing room to be making mistakes. It's either do or die. Time now with the halfway point being reached. Here they come now, only 5 laps to go here. Clark, Wally, Pengraff, Harger, and Quick are top 5 here at the moment as Harger sends it straight to the inside. Pengraff going to try and defend him off. A little bump on the tag, couldn't hold him off. Neil Quick down to the inside. And the R&R Racewear number 2, Mr. Quick is going to be a little bit of a quick silver out there. Even though there is absolutely no silver on that truck, a little bit of white and orange on that design. Not a bad looking ride to say the least though. Fielding it back on around now. Chris Wally going up on the high bank side, looking to try to hold down Mr. Harger. Harger is literally starting to come alive here in that 6.6. The Tundra looking pretty strong here, and you got to wonder what we'll see later on in the big race event coming up in the feature. With only 2 laps to go, only time will tell as Neil Quick goes for a spin there out of turn 4. Once again, turn 4 is banking. That flat spot off that corner once again catches another guy off track. And they're getting a little bit crazier in the back as Mr. Neil Quick falls out of line, falls into position. Hunter Clark with the white flag out now for him this time by. Heat number 1 looks like it's all his. A cool $10 will go to him if he can finish it strong. Stretching it down on the back straightaway, out of turn 3, now in turn 4. Hunter Clark will win the Rowdy Racing 51 Tundra. Takes heat number 1. Harger with a close second, third. Woo, bit of a draft, a little bit of a drag race there. Wally manages to fend off Pencraft though for a top flurry. Heat number 1 results going to pop up on your screen in just a moment here as Bedford. What is Bedford doing? He really doesn't want to start in the back, does he? He really doesn't want to start anywhere near that. He wants to start up front is what he's saying. That's why he did that. Well, I don't know how I would feel about that one here. We'll take a look at our grid results here and our grid starters here in a minute. Let's go ahead and take a look at our race results here. Hunter Clark wins this one. Second to Cody Harger. Third to Chris Wally. Fourth to Kyle Pengraff. Fifth to Mike Harper. Sixth to Chris Medford. Seventh to Neil Quick. Rounding out that field here as we now ship it on down for grid heat number 2. Now on the pole here, it'll be Steve Singer in the number 6 that is outside. That's Cook Quick, the 54. Row 2 is going to be Doug Wysocki, the 34, and to his outside, David Tremblay in the 96. Row number 3, Kevin McCann, the 33, and then finally to his outside, Aaron Smith, the number 70, rounding out your top 6. Field of 6, heat number 2. And already I'm having some technical difficulties on my end. Oh boy. Gotta love when you gotta refresh the streams around here. Alright, I think we got that cleared up. And remember folks as well that if you are missing it here on the Facebook end, do not worry. We're probably watching over on our YouTube end right now. Thank you for tuning in as well. Be sure to subscribe over on our YouTube end to kind of help build and bolster that up so we can get it up there with the Facebook streams. The more we can get these guys going, the more we can get more eyes on the prize and give you guys more stuff to see and more stuff to showcase. The more you help us out, the more we help you out. You know the drill. So our field now looking to get ready to stretch it out here in the night race fans. Just something to note here as well. In this All-Stars race, there is only so many eligible drivers here. This was all based on a couple of things. Number 1 was your positioning in the points, was your positioning throughout the races, your wins, your standings, and your sponsors. And that's how we got to this point. We got to this chance, this opportunity for drivers to go out here at Nashville Fairgrounds. It's a unique blend of basically only the best are invited to compete, while the rest can pretty much watch from the sidelines. Here we go, Breck, to the green flag. Well, we'll start him off right out of turn 2 with the number 6 Steve Singer having the early advantage here. Doug Wysocki, the 34, trying to maintain a run on the bottom. Kind of drafted up a little bit there, and the number 6 is Cook Quick right behind him, and Kevin McCann going at it. A little bit of trouble down there on the end zone, though. A little problem for Doug Wysocki. Wysocki crashing it down on the front straightaway there. Problems for him. Whoa! Aaron Smith getting into it with Cook Quick as well. I'm not sure if Quick's going to appreciate that little bump there, and I don't know if he's really like that at all. Well, you can see the skid mark there on that 54. He took a little number on that one now, didn't he? The power and the roar of these trucks, they are red limiting these things, getting the RPMs up as high as they can just to try to keep up the distance, keep up the pace. You're certainly hearing it every time they go around into those entries. And even off the exits too. About 6 laps remain right now. Kevin McCann, Steve Singer spreading out a little bit here. David Tremblay now catching up a little bit. Aaron Smith, the most winning driver on our circuit so far, and really probably the guy that most drivers have been trying to knock down, trying to take down a few legs every time he comes out on the track. He's just been bad fast all season long, and I really can't explain it other than the fact that it's just been raw talent and control wherever he drives it out at. Certainly has been a good showing from him and a good showcase of his abilities and control, but again, you can't count out the McCann boys, especially Kevin McCann. Right now, I believe he's up on his live stream sharing right now, Kevin McCann Racing. So if you guys want to check that out right now, it's on the front of that hood. can actually see, you can pretty much follow him up on the Facebook end. There it is, Kevin McCann Gaming. You'll see all his action, all this racing he's doing right now, trying to get up there with that 6 of Steve Singer as we're down to the final 3 laps. Remember, where you finish here, you invert back down in the back, so you may make a few dollars in the heats, but then you really got to work your way up to get to from the A main. And that cool $50 for the feature winner is honestly very, very tempting for some, just to kind of raw dog into the back and just kind of lay off. But I don't think anything else. I don't think they really are too worried about that. I think they really want to get all 3, because that is worth a little bit more money, and that honestly would probably be a little bit more worth their while, I would presume. Man, you talk about controlling the cars here in the rhythm section. Aaron Smith, he just keeps diving that thing in, rotating in the entry better than I think I've seen anybody else so far. I think he may be the favorite here coming later on into the feature event, considering where he's going to be at right now in the inverted spot. That might just be what happens here. Steve Singer leads it out of turn 4, though. He will win heat number 2 and take it home with Kevin McCann falling behind and David Tremblay right there with him as well. And Aaron Smith, well, he decides to go into pit road while Cook Quick will pretty much finish it out on the front stretch. I guess Smith wants to finish, wants to start a little higher up front in this case. Heat number 2 results now popping up on your screen, presented by Spartan Logistics Management. This is Steve Singer's win here tonight. So the Holler Boys are hollering. They will have this $10 going to them in this one. Kevin McCann, 2nd, 3rd to David Tremblay, 4th to Cook Quick, 5th to Aaron Smith, and 6th to Doug Wysocki. Alright, on to heat number 3. Now into the staging area, we are seeing the Holler Boys are hollering again. Vincent Short, the 15, to his outside. Brian Reich, the 16. No, number 2, it's Eric Dawson, the 87, to his outside. Brandon Medford, the 83. Row 3, final star, Brian McCann, the 3, to his outside. Jesse King, the 93, running out your top 6 in this race. Heat number 3 into staging area now. The field ready to stretch them on out, ready to fire them up, as apparently my producers forgot that we have a broadcast to call. We cannot have any more technical difficulties on our end there. Thank you. Alright, one more go around here, race fans. This is the All-Star Race presented by R&R Racewear now. As these drivers look to get things fielded away, R&R Racewear, pretty much the sole manufacturer and helper to the boys out here, giving them some awesome designs and awesome clothing line and creations. And if you guys need some work done on your end as well, be sure to go up and visit them up at rnrracewear.com. Check out their latest product line as well as what they can do for your league events and your racing series. Certainly worth a look and look your time here. As you see right in the back of the pack here, that number 3, Brian McCann. I got a feeling you might want to keep an eye on him in this one. He's been bad fast in the races so far this season. Will he continue that hot streak? Find out now as the green flag pops out. Heat number 3 goes at it. High side going in. You see, looks like Brian Reich trying to stay out of the way there in that 16 machine. Not sure if I really would call that a smart strategy, but it seems to be his own kind of way of doing it. May not be a horrible idea, but he is all over the place here. Oh, he's really in bad shape now. He has crashed completely into turn 1. They will keep him going. The 83, Brandon Medford, now trying to possibly dog up and get the 15 advancing short. Vincent looking to try to take away that cool $10 in this heat here. The Holler Boys, since we saw them debut here with the whole Spartan Logistic Management iRacing IROC series, man, they'll tell you one thing. They've impressed me on the super speedways, and they can certainly put up a fight on the short tracks end, and right now you're seeing why that is at the moment. Some top tier names. This one, Brandon Medford, another fast-paced cat out here, looking to try to stick there with his brother Chris Medford and Brian McCann and Jesse King. Always hot on the gun and hot on the battle here. And look, remember what I said earlier about this guy right here? Well, he's already making a mockery of it. He's charging. He's coming. Jesse King not too far off now. Eric Dawson looks like he might be backing off. Maybe just giving himself a little breathing room for the A main. And with only about 5 laps to go, reaching the halfway point. I guess I can't really blame him in this case. The inverted position is very tempting, especially when you consider there's a $50 on the line there for that. Mepper now, though, is starting to make the hunt, make the charge. Vincent not exactly keeping him away from him here. One little error on his end, and that could result in trouble for the number 15. Every driver for themselves, nobody giving an inch. You see the packed crowd on hand here tonight as well. Over 10,000 people have crowded into this facility, this beautiful track layout and position and seating area. Man, this place is an absolute gorgeous piece of facility to come and watch the racing at. And it's amazing to me we still have yet, after all these years, have yet to get back the NASCAR Cup Series to Xfinity and trucks. But it is very well known we are just a matter of time away from that. So I would say this, and I'll say it clear, I'd give it at least 2 more years, and then you will finally see the return of Nashville Fairgrounds to this track, to our track in the beloved racing series. And hopefully we get SRX back out here too, because honestly that was a lot of fun to call as well. As we go now here, the white flag here, Vincent Short still with the race lead. Brandon Mepper, one last push, see him get right into the wall protection. That's not going to help your cause any, Brandon. Oh, he's going for the bomb though. He dives it in deep, not enough speed, not enough time. Vincent Short wins heat number 3. Strong showing for that one there in heat number 3, and that one will conclude our heats here as we are now programming in for the warm-up session. Well, let's take a look at our heat results now, popping up on your screen. Vincent Short, strong showing for him. Second going to Brandon Mepper, third to Brian McCann, fourth to Jesse King, fifth to Eric Dawson, finally Brian Reich finishing that out. But he will start in the second row, so that may be an advantage for him here as we continue on tonight here, folks. Our Spartan Logistics Management LLC iRacing IROC Challenge Series couldn't be brought to you here for the All-Star Race without our help from our good friends over at Spartan Logistics Management LLC. R&R Racewear, the sole manufacturer and company to help out these guys in their clothing and designs lines for their shirts and merchandise store. Loud Pedal Gaming, smashing the loud pedal for your viewing entertainment. iRacers Lounge Podcast, we talk all things iRacing in a casual setting. And of course, evidence-based mom combining science and wellness for thriving families. It's where Samantha Radford combines science and wellness to help moms and their kids thrive. And right now, we are about to thrive out as we are just getting wrapped up and cleared in for this one here tonight. Sorry for the technical difficulties, Speedway, to make sure the stream got cleared up a little bit. We are under the warm-up. We've got a 2-minute warm-up, and then it'll be time for some green flag hard racing. And again, folks, if you have just tuned in for the very first time here tonight, we appreciate you tuning on board here, and we certainly hope you will join us and keeping this crazy train going, keeping this crazy world rocking and rolling. If you guys haven't already as well, be sure to head over to our YouTube, and our friend down there, David McNeil, actually just posted it up for us. Thank you for that, sir. That is where you can go ahead and take a look at all our action, all our racing events that transpire on our show. We certainly would appreciate it if you could go ahead and subscribe there. Make sure you show some love down there to the boys. And of course, if you like what you see right now, be sure to like and follow us up here on our Facebook end, as well as head over to our Twitter and Instagram. Check out all our latest lines and information and everything that we got going down. Been an honor to call this one for you guys time and time again as we're getting ready to finish this one out and get ready for the big event coming up as drivers get fielded in. You see a lot of them actually right now, everybody mainly running a different kind of scheme out there, a little bit different than their usual stuff. That gold banner around the trucks, that means it's the All-Star event, so they have that nice little design to it rather than the usual white you may have seen earlier with someone else out here with that number 2 Neil Quick. From the way I hear it, unfortunately, they weren't able to get everything situated out there on the look of them. So that was kind of how they played. That's how they kind of played them out there. So unfortunately, with trading paints right now being down under the weathers, that's kind of not helping us out any. But hopefully, in the next couple of days, we'll have that fixed. So, but here it is, race fans. Here we go. Let's start this one off. Let's get it going. On the pole, it's going to be Neil Quick, the number 2 to his outside. Brian Reich, the 16. Row number 2, Doug Wysocki, the 34 to his outside. Chris Mefford, the 46. Row number 3, Eric Dodson in the 87 to his outside. Aaron Smith in the 70. Row 4, Mike Harper, the number 4. Row number, outside of him would be Jesse King, the 93. Row number 5, Cook Quick, the 54 to his outside. Kyle Pengraff, the 14. Row 6. Ryan McCann, the number 3 to his outside. David Tremblay, the 96. Row number 7. It's going to be Chris Wally, the 5 to his outside. Brandon Mefford, the 83. Row number 8, Kevin McCann, the 33. Finally to his outside. Cody Harkin, the 66. At last, in row 9, Vincent Shore in the 15, and Steve Singer in that number 6. And it is and the final starter, Hunter Clark, in the 51. Round out your field here tonight, and that means only one thing, race fans. You have waited for this moment. You have waited a long time for this one. And now, 75 laps to the distance. It's a main event time for your all-star race presented by R&R Racewear. And so the time has come, our music has played, the time is here, the place is now. Here we go, this time around, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get these drivers we're going to get these drivers settled in for a score. 19 drivers clocked in with us. It's go time at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. 75 laps to the distance. Here we go! Off the start position, out of turn 2, we got big trouble already, a big pile up out of turn 2. Well, that didn't go well. Okay, before I say anything else, let's go to the PTM Racing replay. Let's find out what the heck happened here. This did not look good, let's just say that. Right out of the gate, the 2, Neil Quick, he spins the tires off the start. He's trying to get it recentered off, get some speed going. Everybody in that field just gets completely clocked, and I don't think the folks in the inverted positions were expecting that thing of all things. Unfortunately, though, it happens to everybody, and it can happen to anyone out there. It just takes one little mistake. See right there, he actually toe taps 0 there, right. Quick trying to get it straightened out, but he still taps him, gets the whole field in, and everybody was trying to evade him. The good news is for them, well, there's unlimited instant repairs, so they don't have to worry about that issue. There is one downside, though. You got Aaron Smith up in the race lead if he doesn't go into pit road. And race fans, also, I am getting word right now from my producers and getting word from the folks down there. There is actually a little bonus going on tonight. And by the way, I misconcepted. Aaron Smith is not on the position right now for the pole, at least on my live timing feed here. What it is, though, is race fans tonight. The big news, the feature, it just got a little bit richer. Let's just say that. It's now not $50, but it is $150 on the line for these drivers in this A main event. And that is being presented by our good friends over at Spartan Logistics Management, LLC. They literally just came up and talked to us and said in the booth here, hey man, we are putting up a few extra bucks for these guys. Let's see what happens. So now those that did get the inverted positions, well, they're going to be kind of caught off guard in a bit of a bad situation here, because those that were in the running are pretty much going to have to get pitted in and get someone cleaned up if they want to have any shot at this. $150 on the line. That is not junk change, to say the least here. That's a lot of money. Yeah, that's a good amount of money, to say the least, too. That can give me a lot of things right now here. One thing also to know, guys, here tonight as well, if you do check a look at our on our Facebook end right here, we will have our link to our website here to go ahead and get some merchandise on our end. Would appreciate it if you could take a look at some of it, see what you guys think. There are a few goodies in there, and some I designed my own way. So would appreciate it if you guys take a look at least and have a little spark or two. Let us know what you guys think, and if you do buy something, let us know. Show us your merchandise. Show it off to us. We'd like to try to get a compilation of all our fans out there with our merch and everything on. So let us know if you get something from our store. So right now in the field, we'll work our way around out of turns 3 and 4 here. We're going to get back to the action this next time by. Pace car's lights are on. Field trying to give everyone a chance to get back into the lead lap, and Jesse King and Eric Dodson, one of the only 2 drivers that is pretty badly damaged there, that are going to stay out and put up a fight. Looks like the lights are going to stay on a little longer. The 96 David Trumbley currently trying to get back on the lead lap. Looks like he's going to be a few laps short of that, though, at the moment. "75 laps here will certainly breeze by quicker than we know it. It's not going to be a very long race for that matter, but it can certainly be a bit of a challenge and a bit of a hassle for those that are trying to survive, trying to push their limits if they can." All right, pace up, still under caution, guys. We're almost there. Honestly, I think that big wreck at the start completely messed everything up for everybody. I think they're just trying to kind of catch their breath, get their trucks figured out again, get everyone situated out, and hopefully give everyone a fair shake. Looks like Trumbley will get his lap back again. Everyone's going to the bottom end. Looks like he's waiting for the call to get his lucky dog. There he goes. Lucky dog time there for the 96. And you finally see the pace car's lights turned off. Looks like they want to get things fielded back in and get a run out here. So Wysocki will be your race leader here out of the start. And I don't think it was a position he was exactly expecting to get right out of the gate. But hey, sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles. You can catch a break once in a while, as our field of 19 drivers are all back on the lead. Not quite all of them. We have 1 driver still not on the lead lap, David Trumbley, but he'll have to work for his way in that one if he gets his break here. Coming off out of turn 3 and 4, the fans are on their feet. They want to see some action. You get it here now. Let's go racing once more, boys. All our boys racing, coming on board here tonight, saying drop the flag, let's go. Oh, we dropped the hammer, we're going out for a little shot of whiskey and tango in here at Nashville. Here we go off the outside line. Your boy Eric Dodson now charging ahead. Dodson put the State Farm 87 into the race lead as he got guys piling him up a little bit in the back end. Big trouble down there with a caution. We got a caution. 51, Hunter Clark involved in that one. Your heat number 1 winner, unfortunately caught in the mix of things in the Rowdy Racing Machine. Take a look at this one, see what happened here. Unfortunately, looked like he might have got caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time in turn 1. Fits it short. Trying to work his way in. Wally kind of slowing off a bit. Clark was trying to back off, give him room. Kevin McCann and them getting caught and Chris in between. That's kind of the risk you run around here when you're getting into that situation, into that position. There's a lot that can get into your mind, just kind of refrain you from really driving in as hard as you want. Gonna look at it here from our end here and come off the front straightaway. Remember, this is short track racing, by the way. Tippers are gonna fly. Yeah, all I see is just that little tap. That's all it was, and everybody else had to fight their way into position, trying to run it back in. Unfortunately for some, it just did not clear up the way they were hoping for. Second caution of the day here. Field pretty much centered out. Everybody looking back on the lead lap now. That is correct. We do have everyone now back on the lead lap. Even Hunter Clark will get that chance to get that up there as he currently works his way around with a fresh repair on that truck. Remember, folks, they got unlimited repairs and unlimited tire sets, but don't think for 1 second that gives you a free pass. If you go to you get that, you're pretty much designing yourself to go to the outhouse unless everybody else wrecks with you. Even the 93 of Justin King, he has gone into pit road because he's trying to stay out as long as he can. He doesn't want nothing to do with getting any more damaged up, but he certainly does not want anything to do with leaving his position. This is a big spot for him. Remember, first, second, and third do get a plaque trophy for their win here tonight if they can get in the top 3. So top 5 right now, though. Cody Harger, that's 66. Then you got Brandon Medford there, the 83, excuse me. Then the 93, Justin King in third. Then Doug Wysocki, 34, second. And then Eric Dotson, yeah, we'll be rocking the Ford F-150 87 State Farm machine into the race lead to start off with. Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway really been here since the dawning of the time that NASCAR and really any racing motorsports venture became a thing. This track has seen it all. It has seen the biggest of names, the biggest drivers that come out of the circuits. It is a beautiful facility, gorgeous piece of our tech in our world. And here's our track tech talk for the evening about this track. 0.57 meters, 57 meters in length. Miles in length here, so it's just over a half a mile in length, oval style configuration here. This is literally a banking kind of track. It definitely deserves to test your patience and test your worth. Weather right now pretty stable and pretty fair to say the least, so I don't think they got anything to worry about there with tires burning up. But what they will have to worry about is making sure that they don't get too crossed over and too out of control here. Back under the green flag we go here, and the field works their way back around now, coming out of turn 2. Dotson holding down Wysocki just for a brief moment. Wysocki, though, getting a little bit up close and personal with him. Cody Harger trying to go straight to the inside, challenge him up, but he's got to be careful about that little flat strip there on the bottom end of turn 4. You can't quite tell down there, but there is a flat end that likes to kind of set these drivers off a little bit, kind of get them crossed over. It's the same thing that used to happen at Bristol Motor Speedway back when that floor got tore up a little bit. And it's beginning to tear it up a little bit now. We got trouble coming down turn 3. Big wreck crashing. Cook quick at the 54 R&R Racewear saw him spinning completely out of control there, going on the back straightaway, and Vincent Short looked like he might have got caught in the middle of it. And a tough break there to get out of that mess there. What a hard little wreck there, to say the least. Let's take a look at our PTM instant replay. This time we're gonna do our we're gonna do a little something different. We're gonna get the drone cam out here. I was using my chopper cam. No. We're getting the drone cam out. Let's take a look at this one. 3 wide swoop. Chris Wally just didn't quite get the 54 to not lower back down. He was kind of driving up into him, and Wally had no choice. Definitely not intentional by any means, but if you're the driver there, you're thinking, why did that happen, and did he do that on purpose? That's one thing I always think about when I'm in these situations. Here's an outboard camera here of Vincent Short. Take a look at what happened to the 15 machine as they got crossed up. Look at Bedford here going straight to the inside. The 3 wide swoop kind of giving them troubles, and that's what it's like when you get kind of caught in the middle of it. You don't know what's going to happen until it's all but done and over with. And when the smoke clears, it's then back out onto the track, and it's back out for another round or 2 of racing. Well, while we get everyone situated back up a little bit, we're going to cut to another quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back, though, after this quick commercial message here. And again, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight, we are presenting you the Spartan Logistics Management LLC iRacing IROC Challenge All-Star Race. Presented by, of course, our good friends over at Spartan Logistics Management LLC. By R&R Racewear, the full sole manufacturer of a merchandise line and product line for these guys in the iRock Challenge series. By Loud Pedal Gaming, smashing the loud pedal for your viewing entertainment. By iRacers Lounge Podcast, we talk all things iRacing in a casual setting. And by Evident Space Mommy, combining science and wellness for thriving families. That's where Samantha Rapper combines that science and wellness to help moms and their kids thrive. And right about now, a long green flag run may be one thing we would like to see thrive out here at the moment. So guys, just a heads up as well, there was supposed to be a consolation race with a $25 winner there. So because it was skipped though, whoever gets to lap 40 and leads that will get the cool 25 bucks. So if you're leading at lap 25, here we go, back to the action. Fielding their way down the positions into the strike zone. Everybody's looking for a run early, looking for a little bit of power, moving onto the bottom end of the high side. Brandon Bedford, now the 83, is your new race leader. Off the corner strips here, Bedford has the race lead. Harger is starting to catch up though, starting to build a little bit of speed to build in it, maybe trying to get up quick enough to get that cool 40 lap bonus here. And you can just see, man, like I said, that half-mile length, this track does not play favorites. It will destroy anybody that dares fall in its wake. That's what a short track will do for you, a one-line track. Well, actually, not really a one-line track. It's actually kind of a multi-group track. The bottom and the middle has some work in there, but the problem with turn 4, as I mentioned, it turns through a little bit, is when you're coming off the bottom in that middle end, there's a flat spot down there that has no trouble to send you out a little bit, getting wall protection. And that's what these drivers are trying to avoid at the moment, keeping a very, very close eye on it. Harper there coming up high side, trying to stay out of the way here as he's got a little bit of company there in the old 70 of Aaron Smith. Even with a damaged truck out there, that fast cat will not give up to anybody here. He does not play any due diligence. He just wants to win. And at this point, I can't really blame him. Guys getting all cluttered back in the back here right now. Currently the number 4 there of Burking kind of caught up the middle of this here. 15 a bit short, trying to holler his way back up to the front. Won his heat, got a cool 10 bucks, but had to be inverted back in. Chris Wally and Kyle Pengrove doing trouble also in the caught in the middle of things here. The 5 though, Wally spinning it right out of turn 4. And major damage there done up on that 5 machine here. That could be very, very troublesome for him and his team. Take a look at the PTM instant replay and find out what happened here. It looked like he may have just gotten a little too hard on the throttle coming off the corners. Here's the replay here. This is what happened. Once again, watch that. He hits that flat spot coming out of turn 4. It's very hard to see down there, but I tell you, I know where it's at. I've hit it thousands of times with the Super Late model, with these trucks, and street stocks especially. I absolutely hate that spot because it's like if you drive it slightest bit wrong, get on that gas way too hard, it will send the rear end completely out of your control and out of your hands, and at that point you might as well just hope and pray for the best. And this is looking more and more possibly like, with this caution coming up, this might be Bedford's to win here for the 40 lap $25 bonus. But you all know what he really wants. He wants not just that, he wants the 150 bonus tonight as well. Remember that $100 extra added on was given by Spartan Logistics Management LLC. As again, the All-Star race presented by R&R Racewear continues to thrive, continues to show off their talented and absolutely eccentric drivers. lot of heavy hitters in this one. A lot of good folks in here. I've talked with a lot of them before this race. They said tonight it's just nice to finally get away from the seriousness of all of the racing we do on the normal season, and kind of fun to have a little bit of a money race or two in there. It certainly is indeed, and it certainly is good to see that the leagues are thriving and the community is continuing to grow as we progress on. Just about ready to race halfway point here, and remember, lap 40, if you're leading it, you win the money. That man right there, Brandon Medford, looks to try to be the one to lead that. I don't even think he's too worried if he does end up getting kind of caught up in the middle of things here. If he can win that 25, I think he'll call that a night. Winning it would just be a bonus at that point. That'd be a, what, 175 bucks he would have won? That's good money, my friends. That's enough really to buy you possibly get a new wheel without pedals in if you had to. Like that could give you some equipment. Here we go. They will have about 7 laps remaining before they get to that lap 40. If you lead lap 40, you win the money. Here they come now. They'll charge them off around out of turn 3, down in turn 4. Looking for the green, charge them out, going back to the off the corners of turn 2. Medford with the advantage. Field will work their way back around now. It is anybody's guess who can manage to keep the tires in rhythm, keep the tires at bay. A little problem down there for the number 0 of Steve Singer, looks like. Excuse me, Brian Reich. That 0 machine 6 is the Steve Singer. Coming off the corners here, back to their crowd. We are literally looking on with the fans at home as you're watching as well from home. Jesse King there having a little bit of a get around there from Chris Medford, the 93. Trying to hold, excuse me, yep, the 93 there, Jesse King. Chris Medford, the 46, trying to hold it back. Time's starting to fade out here a little bit here. Looks like we might get ourselves a little bit of a green flag run, but if they throw another caution, Medford will win the money for lap 40. He's got a run down there. Harger is looking to catch up to him, get one more position in on the both of them. The Albor came over here with Neil Quick, and just listen to this throttle rhythm and listen to this motor that he pounds away on the stretches. Listen to this. You may have noticed how smooth he has to be in the run, how hard he has to get out of there. Harger has crashed in though, guys. Floyd evaded. Watch out down there. Watch out. No. Guys all over the place here, and this is not looking good at all. Brandon Medford will win the $25 for leading lap 40, but unfortunately for Cody Harger, his run to the front comes to an end for the moment at least, but what the heck happened here? That remains to be the question. Let's take a look at the replay. Here's our camera on that. Oh, look at that. He just drives it way too hard in, tries to save it. He was trying to fight Medford, and unfortunately he just didn't have enough time. See Hunter Clark gets tagged in. Wally gets a little smack in the back. And everybody else trying to evade, and I gotta believe Harger is not a happy camper right now. I gotta believe with himself. Yeah, there's not much you can do in that scenario, in that circumstance there. That's just one of those unfortunate incidents there. As a friend of mine once put it, that's just short track racing, my friend. So now field will go into pit road here, maybe looking to accentuate out, try to get things cleaned up and have a shot at this one. Looks like Jesse King, David Tremblay, Chris Wally, Steve Singer, Wysocki, Harger, all in pit road. That will move up Brian McCann into the second place spot. Chris Medford will join up there with Brandon Medford, Neil Quick, Aaron Smith, Kyle Pengraf round out your final 3 rows. As we look to get things fixed back in for another round of racing. Everybody right now looking to get this one dialed back in, looking to get another long stint of a green flag run built up on the track. Definitely a lot, it's taken definitely a lot going on for these folks. So here we go. Just under 30 laps, just about 30 laps remaining in this race here. The field will stretch them back on down and send them back onto the run. Here we go, back to the green flag. We're back up and running. The 83 of Brandon Medford and Chris Medford, and that 46 will march to the battle and march into the infield. Chris looking to try to overtake family member Brandon right there. As you can see, Brian McCann on the outside line, not going to give him any breathers. So much in rhythm and so much at stake here in the field right now. Currently in a bit of a heated pack, heated shot zone. What about trouble down there for Eric Dotson. Dotson crashing in out of turn 2, and he's got trouble. He's got major trouble. He's already having headed into pit road. We'll take a look at the PTM instant replay real quick and see what happened to him here, unfortunately. And I got a feeling I might have an idea or two about this one. Let's take a look at it from our chopper cam here. We'll see if we can get that chopper up. There we go. I can imagine old Schwarzenegger right now is rolling around trying to in his bed thinking, why is he not getting to the chopper? Where's the chopper? Come on, come on. Right, anyway, bad jokes aside, watching this out of turn 1 and 2. Actually, a pretty good 3-wide slip battle, but that slight tap by Jesse King just barely catch the A7. Whoa. And I think iRacing might have found a glitch graphic gremlin or two they might want to iron out down there. That was why Dotson had to go into pit road. He couldn't get out of there. There's nothing you can do about it. Well, it's starting to be turning into more of a green flag stint here, folks. There's one driver I think you might want to be a little worried about again. That is that number 70 of Aaron Smith. Again, the most winning driver out on the circuit. His long runs have been bad fast, but his short runs, in my opinion, have been just about as good as his long runs can be. And Chris Medford has shown that he can get a dang good long run in it, but he also has a pretty temperamental on the short run side. So I'm not sure if he's going to be able to try to defend off the likes of Brian McCann or even Brandon Medford, because Brandon to me seems like, right now anyway, if he can keep going the way he's going and just stay up front, I don't think he's got anything to worry about. The only thing he might want to worry about is when we get to that final 5, final 10 laps, then you might want to start thinking, okay, might want to try to evade and stay away from trouble there. Field working their way in right now. Race fans, they can tune in on in as well here tonight. Also, if you guys haven't already, be sure to like and follow us up here on our Facebook and on our end here. And make sure you head over to Twitter and Instagram. Also, this race and all races for that matter on broadcasting from PTM Racing TV will be transferred over to the YouTube end. So if you guys do like what you see and enjoy our commentary and all that, subscribe over there and make sure you show a little love to them. This doesn't just help out our channel, it helps out all leagues and drivers that pop up on that show and our channel. That will help out for their future endeavors, so make sure you go ahead and subscribe there as we get back to the action. It's Green Flag Racing here at Nashville Fairgrounds. We're going to stick on board here with the spectator cam right now as we watch from the back end here down across that back straightaway. Brian McCann, the number 3, trying to get the outside line to stick in a little bit and work with him. Aaron Smith trying to get to the bottom and block him from getting down there. He is successful, but Chris Bedford is giving him a little plenty of room, a lot of leverage down there to give him a shot at taking this one over. This is not the zone you want to be in. You don't want to be in this position whatsoever. You want to get out of that as quick as possible if you can. Or it's all but too little too late. The number 54 Cook Quick now actually kind of falling up in the top 10 here. Everybody trying to challenge it down. Chris Wally though once more out of turn 2, coming to a stop, crashed in. Caution, caution. Take a look at this one, see what happened here. Unfortunately, it looks like he might have got caught up in a little mix or two there. Looks like Jesse King and him just kind of tapped each other there coming off the strips, and King, I gotta say, wasn't trying to get anywhere near him, but it just kind of ended up going that route. Unfortunately, that's kind of the dangers you run with these short tracks. Like we said, the bump and runs are very common, and one bigger thing to really take note of is just how easy it is to get spin yourself around these places. You can see he was driving hard. I think Wally was trying to back his corners up, and King was just trying to drive in a little bit quicker, and ended up just kind of being one of those circumstances. By no means, though, I feel like that was an intentional one, but some guys might say otherwise to that one. We'll never know until we see it to the end. 20 laps remaining here on this one, folks. This one is starting to come closer to the end. There is a lot at stake here, and there's a lot going on, obviously. Remember, 150. There's 100 and how many? I've drawn a blank here already, folks. 150. Yeah, $150 for the race winner. I know it was 150. Why did I? $150, folks. So that is what the winners will get in all total. Obviously, we know they will not be getting the Sweet Ball 3, which would have been the main, the heats, the A main, and the Constellation. Because Brandon Bedford already took that one home, so we know that is out of the picture and out of the idea. Speaking of Brandon Bedford, he actually is in the gate. Speaking of Brandon Bedford, he is back up into the top spot still. He has not a lot of issues there, but his family member Chris Bedford and then Aaron Smith aren't exactly giving him much breathing room on that one. So who knows here? But again, a cool $125 on the line if you're if you're BMF there. Bit of heartbreak in the chat right now, or reactions and emotions kind of going all over the place here as we get ready to bring our drivers back into position, back in for a fight or two. We'll have about 17 laps to go. Drivers preparing to field them back down. They will slingshot them off out of turn 3 and 4. High side, bend back down to the bottom. Looking for the charge. Off the white line to the grease start. Brandon Bedford will lead them down. Here we go once more. And with 17 laps to go now, this is really do or die time for some of these drivers. Some of them up front are currently trying to get ahead of one another, trying to survive in the back, trying to get into the stretches. There's not a lot of breathing room and a lot of areas to keep messing up at. You really got to start down this thing back a little bit harder. Slowing down out of turn 4 there, but he does not crash it out to where it causes for a caution. They are still going to continue on. Oh, but that's not going to stay the same. Aaron Smith, I think the short right in the mix. This thing, watch out, watch out. Whoa, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, if you like seeing demolition derbies, a little bit of carnage in between, I think right now Nashville has got you covered. This is not looking too good here. This is getting crazier and crazier, and I don't think these drivers are planning on holding back anytime soon, now with the money on the line. Here's one more look at it there. You see right here. Just a bad omen right there. Oh, I'm trying to figure out what happened to Vincent Short and how did he manage to avoid Smith there? That's what I want to know. Let's take a look at Vincent Short here. Looks like he got kind of caught up in the middle of things here. Came right through out of turn 1 and 2, and like you see, I'm trying to back off, and unfortunately the 54 gets a piece of him. Cook Quick gets him. The 93 Jesse King tags him down, and unfortunately was trying to evade some action. Did not quite go as well as I think he was hoping for. So now comes the $1,000,000 question. Which one of these drivers are actually going to be able to survive out and finish this one out tonight? We've seen carnage on all levels, all multiple fronts here tonight, and it's just been all over the place to say the least. But, I mean, again, you know, none of them want to give out. Nobody wants to give in to that one just yet. They want to try and at least survive just a little longer if they possibly can. But it is getting very, very, very difficult to say the least, and I got a feeling things get a little crazier out here. This might get a bit more damaging. Looks like we are feeling a back into position now. Drivers are going double file up, and race fans, that means one thing, 10 to go. It's going to be a fight. They say wars are never won on the first lap though, boys. Remember that. Alright, let's get him down into turn 3 and 4. Brandon Medford still your race leader. He's up 13 spots from where he started earlier tonight. Can he continue on and be the hard charger of the night? We'll find out as they go right back into the green flag. He has one. He got the other $25 earlier on from the 40 lap shot. He got 40 laps. And right now we're going back under caution. More trouble down there. Cook Quicks off the pace and slowed down here in the 54. Now this is just turning into a green-white checkered scenario, and that's not what you want. That's definitely not what you want to see at this moment. That's going to be where things get a little even more insane. Take a look here. We'll see what happens. 3 wide slid in between. You can see Harper trying to insinuate a balance, trying to keep it up, but unfortunately for him, gets caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time and ends up with a bit of a massacre. There we go. So right now, if I'm counting my laps in right, I think we're going to be down to final 5 in this case. Unless they decide to get the green flag out a little earlier. I think it'll be 5 to go. though, is what I'm reading into and what I'm deep dive in this one. So right now, if you're the Medford boys, I don't think you have anything to worry about other than just the McCann boys right behind you. And remember, Brian and Kevin McCann, those guys right there, they are not ones to push over. They've shown before they can literally outlast and outpace some of the best drivers, and last season they were just absolutely dominating individuals, especially Brian McCann, which I may have noticed some on that little inside corner there. He's got that season winner sticker on his left, on that corner panel there, down on the left and the right sides. That is basically to show that he is a champion. You may have noticed also Chris Wally has one of those there on that 5 machine. He was the very first of the championship contenders in the season. And then obviously here this season right now, the man that would love to add that to his list, that pretty much is one step closer in the virtual racing schools 70 Chevrolet, that being Aaron Smith. But here and now, right now, he currently wants to try and hopefully gain more than that. He wants to gain a little bit of money tonight. But at the moment, we're still going to stay under the caution flag, under the radar here. So looks like it'll be 4 to go this next time by then. Take a look at some of our onboard cameras here right now with Hunter Clark in that 51. Well, you gotta see that intensity in his eyes and the focus he presents right now. That's the same kind of focus you see on other guys like Cody Harger down there. You can see the speedometers lifting up. You can see the shaking of the shifter there. That is how dead focused they are right now. Well presented in full and ready to fire it up once more. Drivers, it's time to get back down to the action, trying to get back down to the pacing. Who wants it more? There's $150 on the line, and for one driver, a possible $175 to win. Can anyone knock down Brandon Medford as they go back to the green flag? Brandon swing shots it straight back to the bottom. Big run off for the back straightaway here as the McCann family brings them up. Chris Medford trying to hold down that 33 machine right here. Comes that Kevin McCann Racing machine. Kevin McCann Gaming 33 is starting to power base it, power up the speed. Kyle Pengraff spins it out of turn 4, gets it fired away again. No more gimmies here. It's you either win or you lose, and right now they don't want to lose, so the only thing they have left to do is fight it out. McCann though, Ryan and concerning his family member Kevin getting a little loose there, a little sideways, but they got problems going down out of the turn 4 section. Brian Reich and Cook Quick caught in the mix of this. And now it is a green-white checkered scenario. And they are going to be given 3 green-white checkered opportunities for this one here. So let's take a look at the PTM instant replay. Watch this coming around out of turn 2. This is where things get a little bit ugly. See the 0, Brian Wright trying to avoid trouble, and the Ford kind of tags him in, and 2 guys spinning out of there. Unfortunately, nowhere to go, and what a tough break there for Cook Quick. Not the season he's wanted to really have, and neither the race he wanted to have here tonight. Brandon Pike coming on board last minute here saying, hey buddy, please give us in the South Louisiana your prayers. I wish I was racing. And yeah, Brandon, that was something I was going to bring up as well. Hope folks down there that are suffering through Hurricane Ida right now are doing okay. No, we talked about that last night, but our all of PTM Racing TV, from the producers, myself included, we are all keeping you in our thoughts and our prayers this evening and this night. We wish you nothing but the best and hope that everything will be okay. You can make it through. Tom Quattlebaum Jr. coming on board saying, go Medfords and Doug Wysocki tonight. Well, right now, if you're a Medford fan, I gotta believe you're pretty happy about what you see up front. Brandon and Chris are top 2. And I don't think they're going to be splitting the reward, so I think they probably want to try to at least fight it out a little bit on this green-white checkered. Kevin and Brian, really the only other two that have a shot at knocking down the Medford boys. They'll be running that second row and ironically side by side there. Brandon Pike saying still have no power, water just started going down. Oh my. Yeah, it's just a scary thought, man. I have absolutely no idea how you guys can deal with all that stuff over there. That's to me, it's just not. That's just too scary and hard to really get around and try to think about how to survive and get through all that. Like I said, you guys are on my thoughts and my prayers here tonight. Hopefully, you guys can get through this, and we obviously will be here wherever way we can for you. Also, I'm going to probably say something a little controversial on screen here, but to the 13 men and women and soldiers that we had lost down in Afghanistan due to the attack that we suffered there. To the family and friends here, myself, and I think I speak for all of PTM Racing TV when I say our hearts, our prayers, and condolences to them that have suffered through that tragic loss and this tragedy that has struck us here in the States. Mark our words, we will not stand for that whatsoever, and we will make sure that those men and those women that we have lost will always be remembered. So my condolences and prayers and thoughts as well with them as well. So everybody down in Louisiana and everybody down in the family and friends and the Hurricane Ida's path, I think I speak for everybody here as we're getting ready to go back to the action here. Spartan Logistics Management LLC IROC Series Challenge is now about to commence and commence a battle to fight it out. Here they come. Out of turn 4. One more run. 3 green-white checkers coming up. It's time to go big or go home, boys. Let's get it done. Brandon Medford has the advance. Chris Medford getting fouled in. Kevin literally just sneaking his way on the inside. He just charges ahead. One last chance. Here comes the white flag now popping up on the screen. These guys are going for broke, but they're the yellow. Hunter Clark crashed in. Unfortunately, you saw that yellow switched out as quick as they were getting the white out there. And Hunter Clark's night may have just came to a crashing end here, unfortunately. Take a look at this one. Watch Hunter, he just gets way too loose coming off. Actually gets Aaron Smith a little bit. Tries to save it. Chris Wally gets tagged in. Clark actually did manage to recover, but unfortunately for Steve Singer, and it can't quite be said for him there. He ends up going for a little tail whip, spin, flip, kick, chip, and around he goes. They were packing them, they were biting side by side. Everyone was getting all over the place here. It was just chaotic fun. You could just see him working that wheel and trying to save it. Couldn't save it. It was already too late. Nice thing for him is he at least got a good pit road stop there. Didn't have to worry about that. And now looking at it this way, folks, with 2 more green-white checkered attempts coming up, Brandon Medford is actually in a little bit of jeopardy right now because Kevin McCann has been just hollering and fighting this one up to the front all day long. And how the heck is he still running with as much damage on that thing as he has got? I do not know for the life of me, but I'll tell you one thing. He is not gonna give an inch. He'll fight his heart out, and right now he is. I'm actually seeing his live stream right now, Kevin McCann Gaming. He's literally just laying away and ready to finish this out with the best of intentions. This is the ultimate opportunity and the ultimate way to finish this out. Nothing but craziness in between, and some even more shenanigans to follow. Field stretches them on around, getting ready to bring it back on out. Time is indeed running out for these drivers. It's either do or don't, or give and take. Here they come. Ooh, you can feel the hearts pound a little bit around here, boys and girls. This is where things get interesting. This is where the heat starts to pick up. You can feel the intensity. You can feel it now. Does Kevin McCann have one more run to take down the elusive Brandon Mitford? Brandon has got to get a good hole shot and charge quick. He does. He's off the rim. Here we're on the green. Clean so far, no trouble there. Oh, as I say that, there's a ball up on the back stretch. Watch out! Oh! And Cook quick gets sent to the upper room, and away he goes. There's one more print. They have one more chance of this. That's it after that. No more gimmies. But what the heck on earth happened here, to say the least? What on earth? They just ran it in so hard, they just could not control the momentum. Here's another look right here, and David Strickland gets caught off guard, caught into this mess, and everybody else gets sent around. You can see the 54 just crashed in the background. Boy, did he go for a ride. Let's take a look at that 96 real quick, though, and see where he got kind of crossed up in between. We're going to have a few camera angles on this one. Him and Aaron Smith just kind of collide there coming off the corner. Everybody getting all out of control and out of place, and nowhere to be had other than just wrecked on out and around, and that was certainly not what they wanted to have happen at all. One more look at it. And I'll tell you one thing, this is absolutely frustrating as a driver, and it just even, I think as a broadcaster too, it's got to be sad and heartbreaking to see just the amount of troubles and the amount of carnage these drivers are suffering through and kind of getting themselves into. A lot of equipment up for sale here tonight, that's for sure. There's going to be a lot of broken down pieces of equipment. Tom Qualbaum sharing touch to score the 54 truck 9, 9, 10, and a 9. Nah, to get him an 8.5, a 9, 9.5, a 10, maybe a 10, and then I'll give him an 8 for that last score. Good flip, but not the best results. I'm still waiting for the day, by the way. I don't know what happens, but I'm waiting for the day I see literally just everybody getting collided in and they wreck on the front straightaway, to where somebody literally goes in the air and actually leaps into victory, leaps ahead of the other drivers and wins. I don't know why, but for some reason I feel like that could actually happen. If it does, I will announce it now. If I ever see somebody win a race because everybody wrecks in front of them and they jumped over all of them by literally leaping. I mean, they had to get hang time, had to get some air, and they leaped over all of them onto the finish line and won the race. I will either give out 5 free PTM Racing TV shirts to anybody in the giveaway, and I will even throw in a couple stickers, or I retire. That's the only way I'm going to do it. So you already know, Tater's got a bounty on somebody's hands. If you want to try it, be my guest. I highly recommend you never try it. But if it happens, I will do it right there on the spot. Here we go. So this is your last chance, drivers. No more mistakes. You get or you don't. If they wreck and get a caution call, Brandon Mitford will win it. Ah! Chris Mitford gets crashed in by Kevin. And that's it. It's over. It's done. Chris Mitford Getting wrecked in by Kevin McCann as they cross the white flag stripe. Brandon Medford is going to win a cool $175. And how about that? His first win of the season comes at probably the most inconvenient times for his family member here tonight. Just official now. There he goes across the stripe. There it is. Your race winner, ladies and gentlemen, the number 83. And Chris Medford just tips it right in front of all of them. I don't think he's too happy down there. Let's just say that. Celebration time down in Indiana, though, for the number 83 as the field just sends it on around. They're having some. I think they're just gonna have a little fun with this one now. Holy, holy gosh. All right, here is your race results now popping up on your screens, presented by Spartan Logistics Management LLC for your iRacing IROC Series All-Star race presented by R&R Racewear. This one goes to Brandon Medford. He literally had to work his way from the outhouse to get to the front. Kevin McCann and Chris Medford colliding with one another, costing each other a chance at it. Brian getting third, though. Good showing from him as usual. Neil Quick, a strong fourth place, with fifth going to Cody Harger. 6 to Doug Wysocki. Not bad for the driver in the 34. The 7 going to Steve Singer. 8 to Brian Reich. Good showing for him to come back from where he was at earlier. Aaron Smith, no surprise there in the top 10. And Chris Wally, a top 10 finish for him and his crew. Managing to finish out a pretty substantial night for him and really everyone else in this one. This was an all-out fight and a bit of a wreck fest at times. But nevertheless, the show goes on, the show finishes out, and it finishes with a race win for Mr. Brandon Medford as we now send it on down to talk with your top 3 drivers now. Joining me first here in pit road on third place finish here, this is Brian McCann joining me in here. And Brian, oh boy, that one got a little bit wild at the end, didn't it?
PTM broadcasts on Facebook, and then they upload to YouTube afterwards.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Chris was angled. Y'all just had different angles. He was trying to get the run, like high-low run.
Brian. Yeah, I don't think he can hear us, folks. Hold on. Brian, you got a copy, buddy?
I copy.
I was about to say, yeah, we know we broadcast on YouTube, we broadcast on Facebook, sent it over to YouTube afterwards, and everything else that happened. But I don't know if you caught what we asked a minute ago, but it was kind of a wild race there at the end there for a third place finish, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was every restart there was the hair on the back of my neck was standing up, and my heart was racing the whole time. That was some really tight racing.
Yeah, for sure there. Now, I got to ask you, man, with everything that was transpiring and going around this track, really, what was the big thing you were trying to avoid or trying to hopefully survive if you could with the way these guys were going at on those last couple laps and stuff?
Track position was everything. So, I didn't want to wreck early on. I didn't want to wreck in the middle of the race. I just wanted to stay out on the track, keep a clean truck, and I was able to do that, luckily, pure luck half the time, dodge all the wrecks there. But got up in the top 5, and I know some trucks behind us had some new tires, and they were making those new tires work, but track position was important, so I was able to stay in front of most of them.
It certainly was indeed, but nevertheless, my friend, you are walking away with the top 3 finish here tonight, so a plaque and a trophy coming your way here. So I got to ask you, man, you're coming away with that third place finish, so you want to thank you for this one tonight?
Doing it for Dell, Marissa, my family, everybody watching tonight, broadcast, PTM Racing, and the IROC series putting this on, and all their sponsors.
Absolutely there. Brian, appreciate your time here tonight, and congratulations again on that third place finish.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, then that number 3, the famous 3, that is Brian McCann walking away with a third place as family member Kevin McCann walks away second. And Kevin, judging by the way you were driving into those corners coming off of turn 2, I had a feeling you were probably trying to straight shoot it to get up to Medford, but then you got kind of crossed up with the other Medford there and Chris. What happened down there?
I went back and watched the replay. I'm not real sure there's much I could do there. He was pinching me. It was last lap. that was just kind of inevitable. So looks like we just barely touched doors there on the exit of 2. I'm down on the yellow line, so I don't know. I still race them twice as clean as they raced me all season. So I just didn't have anything for Brandon there, as we didn't go green till the end.
For sure there. I think maybe a little bit of that is the old short track mentality. Obviously, this is Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. It's a bit of a short track, to say the least, for you guys. But certainly put up quite a show and a bit of a fight here tonight for you. So I got to ask you, as you're walking away second place here tonight and walking away with a trophy to your name, who do you want to thank you for this one?
I just thank Chris Wally for putting the show on, and Kyle Pendergraph also, and the sponsors for putting up some cool prize money here this tonight. Got the R&R Racewear, Neil Quick, thanks for that, and Brian Reek for putting up some cash for the winner. Congratulations to Brandon there for taking home the win. I wish we could have had a track with more than one groove, but I think it still provided for some interesting racing, as money was on the line. We had unlimited quick repairs, so it was who could bang their way up to the front.
Absolutely there, and it certainly did indeed here tonight. So, Kevin, congratulations once again on that second place finish, my friend, and go on and celebrate with some friends and family and have a few whiskeys on me here in Nashville.
All right, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin McCann there, the number 33 driver coming away here tonight with that that second place finish, as we now are joined in by our race winner here down in Victory Lane. Ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Medford, your winner, not just of a cool 150, but I believe you're walking away with an extra 25 bucks from that lap 40 there, my friend. $175 richer here tonight. How about that?
I might have to quit my day job if I can do that.
Kids at home, don't quit your day job just because of iRacing. You need, unless you are extremely, extremely, extremely talented. Even I tried it and I can't do it. Just saying now. So, but all jokes aside, Brandon, man, what a day it has been, my friend. You literally in the heats, you worked your way up pretty well, had a good fight there, and you end up, I believe you came away with second that time. Then you go away into the A main. You worked your way up 13 spots up, get into the top spot after the Carnage and Rex coming up front. And now you get that lap 40, you lead that, so you got that one, of course. And then getting to the very end, it was just a war between you, your family member Chris, and then the McCanns behind you. What on earth were you thinking throughout this race?
Well, I was thanking the good Lord that I made it through that first wreck. I don't know how that happened on lap 1, but I got through there with a 0X. I actually finished the race with a 0X. I'm probably the only truck out here that did that, but man, I just got out front. And when you get out front, you can hit your marks. You have the whole racetrack. You don't have to worry about coming through traffic, and you can really be fast. And I mean, the truck got faster as the fuel burn off. I turned my fast lap on lap 74, so I mean, I had a blast.
You had a blast, had a good time doing it, and really making it look good out there, to say the least, throughout this event tonight. So, nevertheless, Brandon, you're walking away quite a bit richer, I would say, compared to myself anyway, and some other folks here at PTM TV. So, I gotta ask you, man, who you want to thank you for this one, and who got you to the big dance tonight?
Well, I want to thank Chris for putting this on, Brian Wright for putting up some money, and all the guys that come out and support this each week. It's turning into a pretty good league. I'm pretty happy to be a part of it. I'd like to thank my family. It's pretty late. I'm probably being really loud and don't know it, and they're in there sleeping. And then, I got my Falcon teammates, my brother Chris, and Doug Wysocki there. I think if it wasn't Chris up there beside me, I wouldn't have, had it so easy on some of them restarts. But I thank Zoe's Place, Children Advocacy Center here in Greenfield, Indiana. They do some great things for kids. Glad to have them on board. Would like to shout out that we're going to have a benefit race September 17th to benefit them. It's $15 entry. Hit me up on Facebook or iRacing and get registered to do that. All proceeds will go to Zoe's Place in Greenfield, and then Ellie's Place up in Michigan with Doug Wysocki. So really glad to have those guys on board, and hopefully we can raise some money for them here in a couple weeks.
You guys heard it loud and hear from Brandon Medford. Hit him up, iRacing, Facebook, find him. You get in touch with him, raise some money, get some reward out for the charity. Brandon, congratulations though on this race win and all that. We will certainly hope to see you next time out when the green flag flies, sir.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Medford, your race winner in the All-Stars race here tonight. presented by, of course, our good friends over at R&R Racewear. But race fans, this race hasn't just been brought to you by our good friends over there, but it's been brought to you with Spartan Logistic Management LLC, R&R Racewear, as mentioned earlier, Loud Pedal Gaming, iRacers Lounge Podcast, and of course, I have Evidence-Based Mommy. Appreciate every single one of you folks for tuning on and helping us out with these shows and these races. And to everybody that tuned on in throughout this race event tonight, cannot thank you folks enough as well. What a show it has been. What a night it was. As I sign off here from Nashville Fairgrounds, we're going to have the next couple days off. No broadcasts intended. Unless somebody calls us up, feel free to call us up, guys. We're free. We're free tomorrow night. We're free Saturday night. And even Sunday night, just this once. Call us up. You want to broadcast? Give us a holler. We'll get you in this one time. So, nevertheless, race fans, it has been my honor and my pleasure to call this one from Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. A night full of excitement and hard racing throughout. The next time we see you will be Monday night, so be sure to tune in when we can. Subscribe to YouTube, like and follow us on Facebook. We will see you next time when the green flag flies on PTM Racing TV.